Hey everyone, it's me, Teacher Scott, and today we're going to talk about composition. And I love this activity. It's a fantastic way to work on increasing language and labeling and determining what is happening in a picture with our students. And so we start looking at an image here. What we want to do is start increasing the amount of speech that they're using to describe something. And so many of our students have goals to use 3 parts of speech or 3 of these picture word icons to describe what is happening in a picture. So for this activity here, we have this sheet here, and on one side are all of our nouns, which is a person, place, or thing. And on this side are our verbs, which is what an action of what something is doing. So what you're going to do here is your child is going to use these picture word icons to describe what is happening in the picture. So initially it might be a little challenging for our students here, and so what I'll do is this image here, these 2 images actually, which is a dog sleeping and a girl swimming. So those 2 images are just going to use 2 parts of speech, which is going to be a noun and a verb. And if there's too many icons on this page and it's providing some difficulty for your child, what you can do is take a few icons off and picture this as your table or surface area that you're working at. And so what I always like to do is put 2 or 3 nouns. So I'll put like bear, and then I'll put dog, and then I'll put 2 different verbs on there. So I'll put eating and eats and sleeps. So what I want your child to do is to take a look, and we'll talk about the picture, and what you'll say is, hey, look, let's talk about what's happening in the picture. Oh, the dog is sleeping. And the idea is they would get those icons and then build a sentence to describe that picture. So if they are not choosing the correct picture, you would point to it, and then they would get that icon and put it on there and determine what the dog is doing. In this case, sleeps. And zooming in here, it'll look like this. This will describe the image. So dog sleeps. And you'll do the same with this image right here. We'll talk about the image and say, hey, what's happening in this picture? Girl swims. And so once again, you can either leave all the icons on the page if they're doing okay with that, or you can take some off, much like the first picture, and they would describe what's happening in the picture. So in this case, I'll give them the example off of the sheet right here. So they would scan, and they would find the image of the girl and then what she is doing. So our example right here is girl swims. So as your child starts doing better with that, there's other images that require the use of 3 parts of speech. So in this image right here, you're going to have boy, and then kicks, and then the 3rd part of speech is going to be soccer ball. This one right here, we have a picture of a bear, and then eats fish. So what you'll do then is have your list of icons here again. So we're going to talk about what's happening in the picture right here. So we're going to find the icon, boy, and what's the boy doing. You're going to use that as a prompt too throughout. You can kind of talk about it with your child. If they're having difficulty, sometimes you can do like an either or choice. Is it kicks or drinks? So I'm going to get my kicks icon, and then boy kicks soccer ball. So it's going to look like that. Once again, you're going to have the same process here with our bear. Bear eats fish. And if your child's having difficulty, you can reduce the number of icons by putting 2 or 3 of each on the table for them to pick from. This is sometimes a little bit of a difficult task at first, and so it might require some modeling on your end to show them how to do that. And I will also, as always, be available to help you out or your child if they're having difficulty in terms of the sequencing. Start out with those pictures of the 2 parts of speech, and once they're doing well, you can move up to the other images where you use 3 parts of speech. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Thanks.